Hello, this is Ruby from the Useful Journal. At the beginning of the year, I just want to share these 6 journals that are the main ones I'll be using this year for the things that are filling up my life at the moment. First, we have my bullet journal. This is by Your Bujo, which is now Coco and Lynn from Germany. I have done the setup so far, but I'm afraid I'm a little bit behind and haven't started setting up January yet. I'd better get my skates on because it's January in a couple of days. My bullet journal is a big part of my life. I daily will complete a little journaling diary sort of session, and I use trackers. I use a planner. I use trackers for exercise, sleep, mood, gratitude and drinking, and I've also got a task tracker, so I will be fairly consistent this year with what I have each month, but the big thing for this journal, which you can see in my latest video, is that I am focusing on the first 50 years of my life, sharing photos in each spread of key moments in my life. Each month will be a decade. So January is the first one, and it'll be from the ages of 0 to 10. So that's my bullet journal. The second most used journal would be my planning journal. This one, when did I start doing this? This has been going for a while. It's a Leuchtturm 1917 bullet journal, the 120 GSM version with the bullet journal markings. I started using this one end of last year actually, so it's been going for a year now, and it is just all the planning spreads for my journals and for my online content. So a bit of everything in here, but it's all kind of journal related basically. I call it my journaling journal. So that's that one, and it gets used regularly because I'm always planning something. The next important one is my mental health journal. This I use for monthly collaboration spreads for mental health, and I've just done a video on this. But I also use it for therapy notes, when I just need to get something off my chest. I use it for affirmations, all sorts of things. So it's a bit of a catch-all bag for anything mental health. So that's all in this one. Apart from my gratitude, which I've now moved into my main bullet journal because I kept forgetting to do it. So that's what's happened to that. So yeah, really important journal for me, this one. I've got 3 of my main hobby journals this year that I'm focusing on. This is my reading journal, and in this one I track basically the books I've read. So I've got a few different pages in here. You can see a video on how I set this up. I've got the books I've read, and I just mark. So that was October, this is November, this is December so far, there's a couple more now. And then I just do a summary for the month. So October, I have a few notes on each book. Sometimes I will do a double page spread if I had a lot to say. Sometimes this is a non-fiction, so I took a lot of notes. Sometimes I will lump a few together like this. Only like they're romances, fairly quick reads, so I did a couple on a page, and in this page I'm going to have 3 on the page. So that's my reading journal. I have been reading a lot and consistently, and I go to the library regularly, so that is definitely something I am going to keep up. I used to go to my board games group every week. But now, because I've moved away from Sydney, I can only get there every 1 or 2 months. So yeah, this is my board games journal. I basically just record the name of the game, a few comments about how to play it and whether I liked it, number of players, and a few little key stats and when I played it, because some games I play multiple times. Like here, look, this one I've played 4 times. So yeah, this is my board games journal, and I fill that out every time I go to games group. So I definitely will keep this one going. It just won't be building quite as quickly, but that's probably a good thing, because then I might actually keep up with it. That is in my Scribbles That Matter 160 GSM journal. The other main journal I'm working on this year, well, in the next year, is my birding journal, which is in my Mellow Days Reverie watercolour journal. And in this one, I do just some quick notes about birding. So I will go out for a walk for an hour or two. I'll spot a few birds, I'll note down what I saw, and I'll do a little watercolour sketch of one of the birds. I actually have 2 more entries to put in there that I need to put in now, because yesterday I got to see a kingfisher, which is kind of like this one, and I also got to see a kite, which was very exciting, and another bird which I've got to look up and identify. So yeah, I'm really getting into birding and going more often, so this is definitely a journal that will be built up in 2025. Those 6 journals are pretty much what I'm focusing on. If you have seen any of my other videos, you'll know I've got other journals, for instance, for outdoors activities, for craft, oh gosh, all sorts of things. I come and go from my journals, and obviously I come and go from my hobbies, so I think it could change during the year, but for the moment, these 6 are the ones that I am working with. Of course, I also have my Pink Mackerel swatch journal, which I look at nearly every day because I'm checking colours and the like. I especially look a lot at my Tombows chart, but I also look at my washi tapes when I'm trying to pick something, and then other pens. So I do use my swatch journal a lot. I'm not particularly adding to it a lot because I am trying not to buy too much stuff anymore. I'm trying to use my stash and use the pens I have. So I use this a lot, but I'm not going to be necessarily adding to it an awful lot. So I'll set that one aside. So that is my 6 journals for 2025. What journals are you using in 2025? Send me a note. Have a good year. See ya.